Well, tonight we are going to have Brother Nanxing to share with us. So I'm going to ask you to welcome him, okay? Give him a good God bless him as he comes.
Thank you,
How are you
Pastor.
tonight?
Good.
Good.
Good evening, church. 各位兄弟姐妹，大家晚上好。Thank you.
Maybe it would be good if we begin by recapping what you said 1 year ago at this pulpit. We talk about the 7 years of your darkness and your trouble. Maybe you begin by recapping those things.
OK，去年我做过见证，也是在赖豪教会。那么我7年的 destruction， Pastor say， 我的生意失败，我进入了一些债务的状况。那段黑暗的日子，我真的是很糟糕。那么 within those years, I into a lot of debts and no one to turn to. I even prayed to many gods, and none of so-called gods really helped. Till one day, my long-lost friend called me and said that, "Hey, I read articles about what happens to you, this and that." I said, "Don't talk. Okay, if you can help me with money, I will believe you." Then she said, "Hey, 我没有这么多钱了 ，because 那个时候我欠的债务是 about 120万。那么我把我全部的储蓄都赔上了。那他那个时候就跟我说：“哎，不然你来我的教会。”我说：“什么教？我没有拜过的。”他说：“这个教你没有拜过的，是耶稣。”我说：“啊，你的耶稣可不可以帮到我吗？”他说：“你去试试看啊。”那么我那个时候也对这方面没有信心，说我一直在 give excuse。ignore her。连那个时候，他不断的跟他的朋友，他们有 cell group， 就是他们有具体在祷告，跟我祷告。那个时候我就告诉他，我要去泰国，我敷衍他去泰国。那个时候 ，I went to Thailand to join my friend for the weekend，and 我在那边就是我朋友知道我的状况，就在那边是说，想让我过一段没有烦恼的日子。我就去开始喝酒。Before drinking the second cup of wine or liquor, my friend called me. Okay. So the phone rang. 我不要让他知道我在那样的场合跟我朋友在一起喝酒，我就拿着起了电话。哎呀，是他来的，我就赶快到了后门，就是找一个比较近的地方听他电话，不要给他听到有那种环境声，因为在那个场合，当然你去了卡拉 OK， 没有女孩子陪，当然很闷嘛。几个男的在一起听看也是太闷了嘛，对不对？对，所以那个时候我就不要想让就走了。我走了一个 passageway， 我看到一个 exit sign。OK，there's an exit door。Then 我去到那边，OK， 赶快冲过去。我当开的时候，那一刹那，砰！ I have a free fall， 我这个人跌下去，我不知道什么时候，我不知道发生什么事，乌漆嘛黑的，什么都看不到。我只知道我门一开，我 step up，boom， free fall， 砰！那个时候刚好不知道什么东西把我这样 grab 住，转过身 ，I grab hold of something，I shout for help， 救命啊！救命啊！救命啊！我一直喊，终于有一个侍应生听到我喊。他跑过来救我，把我给扶起来。我起来那个时候，我就告诉他，他问我 What happens to me? I said I don't know. I just opened the door and just free fall, boom， 掉下去。他说
Okay, some people couldn't follow you. Yes, those who
是吗？
those who
你
don't
们听得明白吗？
understand
听得
Mandarin.
明白吗？是 OK，because my English is 6:30. It's not fluent as my Chinese, so I better speak in Mandarin. So because then 那个时候我就跌倒 free fall. Because Pastor 你知道了，boom free fall. Then 那个时候什么东西捉住我，这样转过来，我问他，我不知道为什么那个门会开。他说 Never， 不可能的 because this door was always locked. Because this door was for them after the operation hours to throw all the rubbish down, everything. I say, it's a
So
spiral
it was
staircase.
an open door to nowhere.
It's a spiral.
But-
Actually, it's a spiral staircase. It's an open door for them, so it's like a fire exit or something like that.
Okay. But when you opened that door, there was no landing, nothing.
No,
right?
nothing. They chop off the front part because it's supposed to be a spiral staircase.
Right.
The front part they just chop it off, and
Okay.
easy for them to
throw rubbish.
Throw rubbish.
To throw. Now, Nanxing was in this place in Thailand, right?
Yes.
And then the friend who tried to get him to receive Christ called him. He wasn't convinced at that time. So at that time, a miracle happened. The side exit, he thought he could, open the door and go to somewhere quiet to talk.
Yes.
But when he opened up, it was quite dark. It was an open door about 3-story high or so?
It's about 3-story high.
About 3-story high.
Yes.
And it's, for the restaurant people use that place to throw rubbish with broken bottles, glasses, and all that.
Yes,
and if
yes.
you had walked right in, you would have fallen and cut yourself.
Yes.
But you felt a hand.
I felt the hand grab
Pull
hold of
you
me,
back.
pull me
Okay.
back.
So I
Very
think
gentle.
some Indian friends now understand. Okay?
Sorry about that. And just turn me around and I grab hold of something.
Right.
Yeah. It's very gentle.
Yes.
Okay, that moment I dropped my phone. Okay,
Right.
it was pitch dark. Okay, then I tell the waiter, said that, hey, I dropped my phone. Okay, by looking at the torchlight, because the torchlight is shining down, I look at it. There's a huge pile of, bottles, open cans.
Right.
And if I had
Okay.
fallen, 3 things could happen to me. Either cuts all over, disfigure, or sikiao.
Si kiao kiao means dead. Okay.
Because 我是靠这张脸摊架的，因为一下去呢，肯定是破相的，遍体鳞伤。所以在那一刹那，就是我在想，到底是什么这样有这个？因为那个时候我还算是a bit heavy, it's about 80 kilo.
Okay.
About 80. To grab hold of me and then turn me around is not easy.
Right.
Okay. They must have bruised all over, the force of that. But 我就看了，没有凹漆，什么都没有，黑漆什么没有 nothing. You see?
And
But
that was the first time probably you were thinking, perhaps there's something about God.
Yes.
Because you were so engrossed in, paying the debt and so forth,
Yes.
that your mind was on chasing money to
Yes,
pay off the
correct,
debt.
correct,
God
correct.
wasn't in the picture.
God wasn't in the picture.
Yeah.
God wasn't in the picture.
Right. But because of this miraculous deliverance, at least now your mind was open.
Yes.
For the
There's
first time.
something. I don't know what is it. After they found my phone, returned me because my right leg was injured, and I went back to the hotel. My so-called friends called me again. I look at it, I said, "Wow, it's you again." Okay, 差点还戏我 because of this phone call, 我差点爆了 okay. You see, by answering the phone,
Okay.
this friend of mine say, "Hey, they attended a church service, and this group of people praying for me,
Okay.
and say that God is with me."
Right.
I about to scold her, and she said that God is with me. This word really touched me, Pastor. Said that, wow. Then during that time, I realized that God is really exists.
Okay.
I'm from Thailand. They are from Singapore praying. God really traveled so far.
But God is everywhere present. Okay. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but now you know. Of
Now
course.
I know.
God is everywhere.
God is everywhere.
Okay, so you became open, and then in the process of time, you received Christ into your heart.
Yes.
Now, the next part we're going to talk about is your journey of ups and downs, right? It wasn't smooth. Even when you received Christ,
Yeah.
you were struggling.
I was struggling.
Okay.
So I can consume, 2 bottles of brandy every night. Every night.
2 bottles of
Hard liquor.
Hard
Brandy. Brandy. 人叫我酒神千杯不倒. Even 1,000 glass I still can stand. But walking a bit sengit lah. But still can stand. You see, I have this nickname. So a lot of funny
So
things.
when you
I like.
received Christ, were you tempted to
Of course,
drink?
of course. Still a bit lah. It's still a bit lah. But slowly, I ask God to take away my habit.
Okay, the reason why I asked him to share that is some of you could have received Christ last Saturday, and temptations are always there. Remember, temptations are not a sin, but giving in, of course, is. But even if we slip, stumble, or fall, we can still come back to Christ and ask Him to cleanse us again and strengthen us. So you took a few years before you became more stabilized, right?
Yes. Okay. During this couple of years, I did do a medical checkup of my body. Okay, a full body checkup.
Were you a bit
Okay,
worried?
because
Yes,
because
your liver could have been damaged.
yes, I'm a very heavy smoker. Okay, I smoke 3 packets a day. Okay, red packets are those are thick, so-called thick Marlboro. Okay, and alcohol, this and that. Okay, so I went for medical checkup the whole body. Wow, the doctor said that I don't know what's wrong with you, I thought that he said that you're quite serious, I'm afraid that I have this so-called hardened heart.
Okay.
那个 liver， 因为你酒喝太多了，你这个 liver 会硬化，会 harden， 造成你的 kidney function 这些都不好了 ，system 拢沙拉了。So
okay, when you went to the doctor, you explained to him
I
your
explained to him
lifestyle before.
My lifestyle before. I have
Okay.
this, I have that. Okay, then I go for the checkup. Hey, there's something unique about you, I say, what? It's good or bad? He say, there's this antibody, okay, due to this year heavy drinking, okay, like I have this antibiotic by itself, running, Really? He said, out of 1 million people, only you got it. I said, wow,
Okay,
God
that's
is
good.
great.
Out of 1 million people,
Yeah.
you have this autoimmune system.
Yes.
Because I don't want people to.
Well, I'm telling him,
I don't want
No
to say.
mistaken.
I also want that autoimmune. So
Yeah.
if you drink and smoke, I will do the same.
Oh, no. 不是
So-
因为那个是反作用来的，因为造成可能我这些年的累积，造成我被验出来真正的有这样的一个成分在我的身体，我的这份的所谓的抵抗力，OK，
Perhaps you haven't thought of this, Nanxing. Perhaps it's all God's.
Yeah, it's all
work.
God，真的
Yeah. Because you repented and your kidney could have been damaged, we don't know, but God kind
Yes.
of healed. If God could save you from falling
Yeah,
down
what is
into
this?
the
What
pit.
is this?
Now what is that?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So 我就觉得是主救了我，赐给我这方面的力量，让我能够站在这里，跟大家嘻嘻哈哈的讲解我的所谓的见证。因为好像我这样的经历，不可能现在不代志，拢不代志。我也没有吃仙丹，也没有吃什么维他命，什么都没有。只有酒跟烟就是我的现代 my medicine only these two. Until end of the day， 我只有一个，就是我的那个朋友，最好的朋友就是香烟 Marlboro. When you have so much problems and in mind you couldn't sleep, that's your best friend already. Boom,
But it was your enemy actually. You
It's
thought
my
it's the
enemy,
best friend.
yes, yes.
Okay, so now you are cleared, isn't it? Your debts are all paid up.
Yes.
In fact, God is blessing you tremendously.
Yes.
And smoking habit gone,
Yes.
gambling habit gone,
Yeah.
drinking habit gone, and also you have the habit of getting angry.
Yes.
That part also scary, right?
That's part also scary.
Yes.
Yes.
That was also gone.
Yes.
Okay. So now God has been giving you a lot of opportunities,
Yes.
right? Since you believe in Jesus Christ. Maybe you want to tell the people what kind of opportunities in the film world,
Yeah.
and then you're going to make choices, hard choices.
Okay, so a few years ago, I signed off an outsourced company that take me to another levels and gain, endorsement, this and that. People like me with, such a background, like such, license, your license have been cantoned and, suspended your license and you own loan sharks, all this report about, who will endorse me? But yet, God is good. Okay, I get a huge endorsement and take me to another levels. And
Okay, let's talk about your film. You directed and starred in this film called Ultimate Winner. You want to elaborate to the people why and what purpose and so forth?
Okay, because 我最近也是刚刚 在去年的时候12月的时候拍了一部电影，叫做《赢家》The Ultimate Winner。OK， 为什么会有这个题材？为什么要做这样的一部电影呢？因为我是想，我这些年的经历，在赌也好，在整个演艺生涯的经历，一半的故事内容就是我在赌这方面所经历过的，也可以说这部戏是一个在教导我走过的路。我这部戏有一个 slogan 叫做 "Treat it as a 赌是一场游戏，没有所谓的赢家，要懂得自己的界限，适可而止，不要贪得无厌。"这就是这部戏的整个slogan。那么其实我那段日子在Lighthouse做见证，那个时候是我第一次 ，This is my first time doing testimony in Lighthouse。那个时候我也是不敢把我之前所过去的走过的 ，because I just don't want to remember the past,
Which was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
You didn't want to relive them.
I want to
all over
relive
again.
that.
Right.
Yes, yeah. But without going through all this, how am I to know God is so real?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The devil came to kill, steal, and destroy, but God really restored my life so that I can stand here and share my
Praise
testimony.
God. Praise God. Now, when you were doing this film, which took you 9 months all in all,
Yeah,
right?
all in is about 9 months.
You directed, you
Yes.
acted, and you wanted to make it as realistic as possible.
Yes.
This film about redemption, this
Yes.
film which is anti-gambling.
Yes.
And you also found God real during the process of the shooting and all that.
每天都祷告了，因为在这部戏呢 ，every day we've been praying. Okay, because December is raining season. So in this show, we have almost 30 working days. Okay, so every day there's raining, location raining. You believe or not, Pastor? We've been shooting here. Okay, at this corner, the rain is on the left and on the right. Okay, but not here. Wow, God is so great.
Wonderful. Right. Yeah.